It's been quite some time since I've recorded anything or put any content at all online, including this YouTube channel. Let me explain why. Hello and welcome to The Income Highway. This is the show where we talk all about how to build and grow your online business. My name is Paul James Carey, and as you can see, today is a navy hoodie day, so we're talking about general online business tips and tricks. Although having said that, today's video won't be so much a tip or a trick, more so an explanation of where I've been for the last 6+ months in terms of not uploading any content. Now this video here is a more condensed version of the full story, and I did release pretty much the full explanation on a podcast that I released a few days ago, which I will leave the link to in the description down below. Now one of the very first things I would like to say is that I do apologize for not being able to put up any content over the last few months. The main reason being is there's a lot that's happened behind the scenes in my own personal life throughout the past 6+ months. Now everything that has been going on behind the scenes has actually all been good. One of the things that I mentioned on the likes of the podcast was that I have moved into my first property that I own rather than rent, so that was quite a big step. And I've also just purchased my first brand new car, whereas in the past I've always bought used cars. And speaking of getting a property, this is actually the first video that I'm going to record in my brand new office. I've actually never had an office before. Well, actually this is more of an office/studio because I do have my computer system, my setup, everything all in the one room. And ironically, that was actually one of the biggest reasons, was to save time in terms of processing content so that I could get more out. I say ironically, being that I haven't released any content in quite some time. I'm now at a stage where things are starting to settle back down and I can get back to normal. Although having said that, there's still a few things going on behind the scenes. So instead of the previous schedule, which was a video every Monday, Wednesday and Friday and a podcast every Tuesday and Thursday, for the next few months at least, until probably some stage in 2018, what's going to happen is there will be one podcast per week and one video per week. So more than likely it will be a podcast on a Tuesday and a video on a Thursday, just like today, what you're seeing now. Now this is the first time that I'm recording a video in the new setup, so please excuse me if I don't have my lighting correct, or if there's a couple of things in maybe perhaps the background where it's not completely stretched out so you can see some creases. I am trying to work on that, although I did want to get something out rather than have something perfect and ready to go. But obviously as time goes on, I'll see all those different things throughout the editing process. I'll be able to fix them going forward. Now one of the things that was mentioned to me quite a lot in previous comments on videos I've already published was that I do speak quite fast. Now the reason I was doing that is because there is a lot of content I'd like to put in all into one video, and it is difficult to try and get it all out there and keep it under that kind of 3-minute timeline, which is where I like to keep my YouTube videos, just so people's interest is still there and they watch the full video. However, I do take that feedback on board, and I will of course try and slow things down going forward so that it is a lot more understandable to different people around the world. Now just before I finish this video, I'd like to say I am extremely grateful, because even for the past 6 months plus when there was no content, there was continuous views, the watch time went up, my subscribers went up pretty much every day. There's a lot of new people coming to the channel, and there's a lot of people still engaging with the content that I've put out previously. So whether you've been here from the start, whether you're brand new, whether this is the first video for me that you've actually ever seen, welcome, thank you, I really do appreciate all the support. So that's pretty much everything that I want to say in this video. As I said, if you want to know the full details of everything that's going on behind the scenes, or even with the likes of The Income Highway going forward, you can listen to that podcast I released a couple of days ago. The link for it is in the description below. You can download it on iTunes or any Android app also. So thank you very much for your time letting me explain what has been going on over the past few months. If you're brand new, as I said, welcome. If you've been here for a while, thank you for sticking around, and I look forward to engaging you with more content in the future. Have a fantastic day.